Okay. Uh, I can. mm, let's bring that question over here and then. Question. Second question. Question B of question one. Okay. Um, you see my screen? So this is the question. No. So this is 2022. Oh, 2020. Okay. Let's close them. Where did you get that exam paper? Because on the website which I am looking at nzqa.gov.nz, they have listed only 2021, 91171, right? Okay. So on the website it's 2021. 20, okay, let me check then. 91171 physics 2020 paper. Is it the car one? Hmm. Because we haven't done that yet. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. So they are not asking for the vectors; they are asking for the free body diagram. Okay. So yeah, so that's relate to what we will do in the next topic, where I can show you. Okay. So we were doing these. We finished this thing. We done the free fall. We work on some example on the projectile. We will do it. So this is what we are doing next, right? The force is Newton's law, circular motion, momentum. While working on the forces, there we have a free body diagram concept. This is here, free body diagram, right? Shows all the forces acting on a object, right? So this will be the just like these diagrams. Okay, so this is like the normal, which is because there is no such movement. So if there is no such movement vertically, that means if there is a force who is pulling it down, that is the weight. So there must be an opposite and equal weight force need to be there, right? So this is the normal force which is working on upward, which is and then there is a force with the acceleration or force. This will be like the friction force, right, which is working on the back end backwards, and this is like a moving forward. So these kind of things, and this is the system. So we have forces and we have systems to regard to do that. All right, so we will work around that. Okay, have you list what is given, what is asked, and mention correct equations? Try to rearrange for the subject. You started from this. Uh, hmm, let me bring this here. So this is a solved question paper which we have at this moment. It's not the actual paper because there is no such question that has been listed here. So this is the solved, right? Mm. Oh yeah, I got that thing. I think. Okay. All right. Okay. So Alex and Joe have decided to make a road trip. They start from rest on a straight road and accelerate at 4.2 meter per second square. Show their velocity after 0.60 seconds is 2.5. So we need to confirm, right? So our task is relate to this as like this. Our task is from the given question. Let's bring that question up again. Okay. So our task will explain like this. So what is given? So the task is what is given. We have to list it that. So it started from rest. That means to. So we have u equals 0, right? And then it accelerate at, so the acceleration is 4.2 meter per second square, and we need to show this their velocity after zero point 0.6. So they have given the t time, right? That is zero point 0.6 second, right? And then we have to mention what will be the correct, and then what has been asked, v. So then you have to list it out, v equals u plus 80, right? And then you have to change the subject because it's a straightforward, right? So there is no need to change the velocity or the equation itself, right? So if you can find some other question. Which one? This one? So it's just straightforward that you have to show, because now you have to just calculate that the exact answer is that something like this. Now you have to just substitute the values. V equals u. What is u? 0 plus a. What is a? 4.2, right? And then what is t is zero point 0.6. So there means v equals 6 to 12 1 4 5 25, and this is 2.42 meter per second. So that's the answer. So that's the way that we show that their final velocity is what is given here. What is given here. That's it. So you have to answer the question in this manner. Okay. All right. So did you find any other question paper? Ah, yeah. So it's a confusion. I haven't asked you to do from this these question papers, I ask you to do the Skypad one, because there we have a list of questions, right? Yeah, so that's the main thing, that you have to do it, right? And today again we are going to do some algebraic expressions kind of thing that I have told you yesterday. All right. Okay. Now, yesterday we saw some equations which are in the form of ax plus by equals c, and we can say that anything between these all five variables, we can solve these equations as per if they have changed their subjects, right? We have solved if x is subject, we have solved if a is subject, if we solved b is subject, y and c, right? So the next step will be, we are going to solve if a equation is in this form: a x square plus b x plus c equals 0, right? So these are quadratic equations. Quadratic equations. Right. Mostly, to do solve these kind of equations, we should know some basic formulas, right? So if we are looking at something as like a square plus b square plus 2ab, it should be equals to a plus b square, right? If a equation looks like a square plus b square minus 2ab, then it should be a minus b square, right? If a equation looks like a square minus b square, we can solve it as a plus b times a minus b, right? Let's say if we have an example, 4x square plus 8x plus 1 equals 0. All right. So first of all, because now uh, I must say that these kind of equations, when we have 2 as a power or 2 as a multiple, there will be like two solutions to that equation. Okay, there will be a two solutions. So, and there is one actual situation or actual, I will write it down first here, the solution that if a b if we can't find a perfect square like this, okay, if we can't find a perfect square like this, then what will be the solution, right? So there are two ways to do that. One is using the formula, and the formula says if equation is in the form of a x square a x square plus b x plus c equals 0. So now see, what is happening here is the variable here is x, right? and the a and b and c are the coefficients. So we can say c is the constant, b is the coefficient of x form, and a is the coefficient of x square. Okay. So there is a formula to solve these equations where it says directly x equals minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac over 2a. Okay. So this is, so you will decide that one will be easy for you to do. This is the one way to do, because as I said that there are two solutions for each of x value. So here we can say that there are one solution where we can say x1 is equals to minus b. When I take positive sign in this equation or in this solution over 2a, and there is the second value, that is x2, is going to be minus b minus, because it can be both, right, plus minus. So the second solution will be minus, by taking minus b square minus 4ac over 2a. Got it? So the second solution, so this is the first solution, this is the straightforward one, right? The second solution says that we can break bx, or we can say b, in such a way, or we can say bx in such a way that if we break this in two parts, p and q. What I'm saying? Break in two parts where there should be like, if I add p plus q will gives us bx, right? Or you can say b, right? And if we multiply pq, it will gives us ac, right? So we can say if we need to find these two variables or these two values, p and q, in such a way that if we add these two, it will gives us bx. If we multiply, it will gives us ac x square. Okay, let's try to solve these kind of equations, right? So one we have an example, 4x square plus 8x plus 1 equals 0, right? So can it be break in such a way, can we break 8x in such a way that it will gives us bx, and if we multiply, it will gives 4x square times 1. So let's say p is 4x, right? And sorry, I'm not sure if I'm able to do that thing, but let's I'm giving an example. Let's p equals to 6x, and then q will be equals to, right? This is giving us 8x. So these are, this break is good, but It's not solving that part where PQ. So if we do the PQ thing, it will gives us what part it will gives us 12 x. So we have to do is 8x. Yeah. So it will gives us 8x square. So this is not going to be happened. Uh, yeah. I'm just giving you. So I'm just making equation in such a way that we can get the solution in this form. Okay. This is called factorizing the quadratic equation. You remember you have to you when we are in child we do factors, right? So when we are taking LCM we have to do some kind of factors in that thing, right? Least common factor, highest common factor, or great common factor, right? So those kind of things. So to do that in equation, we are using this simple formula, you can say, or simple trick, right? So mhm, how we can, I need to check some perfect examples. Just to give me a second. Uh, okay, now I get it. One, forgot about this solution, this equation, because this will be a bit hard to solve it out. Okay, this time it'll be a bit tricky to solve this. Otherwise we can solve with this above example. Let's do one thing to just to check that what can be solved, or we can how we can solve. Let's say in this equation, if we can figure it out what is a, so I must say if we can equate this equation with this equation, right? We can say a equals 4, right? B equals 8. In the same way, C equals 1, right? So now I can solve that equation as x1 equals minus b, so minus 8 plus root square of b square is 64, minus 4ac 16 over 2a is 8. Okay, right? So then we can say uh, which equals minus 8 plus root. Can you just calculate 64 minus 16? 48. So this is not a complete. So we can say that this one be let's consume that minus 8 plus root 48. So root 48 we can write it down as, okay, leave it for the further calculation. We can just say that one solution is minus 8 plus root 48 over 8, right? And the second solution will be automatically minus 8 minus root 48 over 8. Okay, we can finally calculate what will be the answers. So we have solved this equation by direct uh, solution. Now I will give you some examples which I found online, which are easy to solve with the factorization, right? Method. So the factor is, we have to find two factors P and Q. P, oh, you can do that. You can do that. Okay. For what? X2. Okay. So X1. Sorry. Yeah. So that's the X2. So X2 will be minus 1.86. Let's say 86. And the X1 will be, no, no. Because at first place, what we are doing in here is, we are doing is minus 1, and then we are minusing root 48 over 8. So root 48 is going to be uh, 24 times 2, right? So do you know how to simplify root 48 or anything which is inside the root? So if we have root AB, it equals to root A times root B. Okay? So here, if I say root 48 as uh, 16 times, so 8 times 6 is 48, then 4, so this will be 8 times 6, right? So this will be 4 times 2. Oh, yep. 4 times 4 times 3, right? So this will be 4 root 3. Okay. I remember the value of root 3. You can check it out. It is 4 times 1.732, right? So it will become 8, 12, 29, 6. So this is the value of root 48, right? And this will be Uh, so root 48 over 8. So before going to this value, we must say uh, root 48 over 8 is equals to root 3 over 4, 2. So that, sorry, 8. So that will be 4. And this will become root 48 will become root 3 over 2. Okay, got it? My solution? Okay, cool. So now we can say it is going to equals to 1.732, and that's the half. So it will be 0.866, right? That's the value that you calculated, and that's what I have figured out. So it will be going to 0, it will be minus plus 0.866, so that will be 87. Okay, so this, yeah, you can do it because it's not the simple portion, right? So to we have to simplify the way that we are looking at here, right? So to let's say, because it's not that the same with the minus, because minus is not the term. It's not. Uh, so we have negative on the both b's, but the term change in this here, right? It's changing here. So we have to calculate this root square b square, and then we see that if it is adding to it or it is negating to it. Yes. So if you calculate root b square minus 4ac, and then we can see that in the both values that we can put it out. Let me see if I can make some sense to more sense to this. So you understand this, that what I have done here this way, right? Yeah, I use the formula over here, but from here to here, I do some mathematics. What I did, I can show you over here while solving for x1. Okay, so it can be there will be no room for the confusion. So x1, I have said minus 8 plus root 48, right, over 8, right? So what I did here is, in the next step, I put 8 for the both the terms, right? Under both the terms. We can do that, right? So minus 8 over 8 plus root 48 over 8. Okay. Yes. So that's why this particular become this one, right? Okay. Now we can go minus 1 plus. Now see here it is plus 0.87. So we can't say it is negative 1.87 and there is a positive 1.87. No, here it is adding, 0.87 is adding here, right? And here we have to minus from 0.87. So if I say 1.00, we have to put 87 here. So this will become 9, this will be 10, 3, and this will become 1.0. So this will, because 1 is greater than 0.87, so it will again, it's a negative 0.13 answer. Okay. So this is negative 0.13. Sorry. Yes, because there are two values, right? Okay. Share your screen and see what you have done. Okay, I'm stop sharing mine. Okay, you can just turn it up here, and we can see how it goes. Uh, can you? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. It's fine. So my take over here is that if you have, so we have now two values, one with the positive and one with the negative. Okay, to solve that, let me share my screen now. Screen share. You can see my screen now. Okay, cool. So to make it more clearer, let's do one thing for the solution. Okay, so it will be x equals minus b over 2a plus. Now you can calculate this values, this value. Okay, b square minus 4ac over 2a. Now this will be easier. In the second one will be, or the x2 value will be minus b over 2a minus root b square minus 4ac over 2a. As simple as it is. Okay. So this is the simplification of both. So it's simple as, if we can do, let's do again, if we can may, it will be minus, again it will be minus 8 over 8 plus 0.866, right? And here it will be minus 8 over 8 minus 0.866. Now you can see what the values are. Hmm. Correct. Right. Because I probably see that this term, right? So this term is the is where make the difference. So this term is the same for both x1 and x2. This, the second term, will be for the first one, we have to add to the first term. In the second one, we have to minus that term from the first one. Okay. So this is there mostly in the physics. If we are calculating something like that, it will be not that complicated. It will be simply in the form of something like that, in this form. So let's say if we have an equation where we can the second solution will be uh, make factor p and q in such a way that that pq will be a c x square, right? And p plus q will be equal to bx. Okay. So now let's begin with the example. A simple example: x square plus 5x plus 6 is equals to 0. So we can confirm this with the first example, with these rules as well, or with this kind of solution. Okay. All right. So let's see how we are going to solve. So now we have to factor this one, 5x, right, in such a way that if we multiply, so we need, if we are multiplying it, we need 6x square, right? And by adding, we will get 5x. So how we can get 5x? Let's say 1x, or sorry, so we can get 5x as x plus 4x, and we can get 2x plus 4x. Oh, sorry, 2 plus 3x. See, I'm just breaking 5x as x plus 4x or 2x plus 4x, right? So this will be our p. So now, if we multiply this x with 4x, what will we get? 4x square. What we need? So we need 6x square. Okay, so we need 6x square. So this will not gives us the required. It is not fulfilling our required factor um, minimum requirement, we can say. Okay, it's not fulfilling the minimum requirement for the factorization of this equation. Okay, sorry. So the requirement is we have to break 5x in such a way in these two parts that if we add, we will get 5x, but if we multiply with those, we will get 6x square. Yes. See, so the physics and mathematics are entangled with each other. We cannot see them separately. Okay. Yeah. So that means you have done it, right? It's just haven't been in your it haven't comes around because after year 10 we haven't much in the touch with these kind of equations, so it just slipped out. We just need a brush up so that it can be come up to the requirements. All right, very nice. So now, which one is going to satisfy? This one. Why? It if we multiply 2x with 3x, we will get 6x square. If we add them, we will get 5x. Okay? So that's for our solution. Let's do now. To simplify it, I can simply break 5x, x square plus 5x as 2x plus 3x plus 6 is equals to 0. Okay. So in these two, what is the common? X, right? And in these two, what is common? 3. Okay. So now what I'm trying to do is I'm just taking common from the both uh, segments of the equation. I'm taking x out, so it will gives us x plus 2, right? And if I take 3 out, so it will give again x plus 2 is equals to 0. So again, now in this equation and in this part, x plus 2 is common, right? So I'm taking x plus 2 as the part which is common, then it will become x plus 3, right? Equals to 0. By the law of mathematics, if two equations are the product and the product is 0, that means either either x plus 2 equals 0, either x plus 2 is 0. Just a second. Okay, we don't need that. Or or x plus 3 equals 0, right? So if x plus 2 is 0, then x is equals to, I'm just taking x because now we are, our subject is x in this equation. So I'm taking 2 in the next side, so it will simply become negative 2, right? And other one, x will be gives us minus 3, right? So these are the two solution for our this equation. How? How? Now the question comes at how we can prove that these are the two solutions. How we are making sure that these are the two solutions for this equation. Let put this x value in this equation. So it will, if the RHS will become 0, that means it is solving our purpose. Okay, so let's do thing now. I'm just confirming. So this is another a step so that we make sure that our factorization is good. If we are getting this kind of answers, pretty much 99.9, and we are sure that this is the answer. But however, just to make sure, 100% sure, we are using these values and putting it back in the equation, right? So to do that, I'm just checking LHS. Our LHS is x square plus 5x plus 6, right? So first phase, let's put x equals minus 2. So minus 2 square plus 5 minus 2 plus 6, right? So 2 square means 4. 2 square, even though it is minus 2 multiplied by minus 2 will always be plus. Okay, so anything which is minus a square will always be a square. That is why if that is why we always write it down. If a square is equals to P, then A will be plus minus root P. Okay? Now, I'm just saying that if A square is the value of 6, sorry, if A square has a value of P, then A will be plus minus root P. Okay? So if we are going to square both the sides, whether the value of P is positive or negative, it always come a positive value. Okay, A's value will be always be positive. So that's why if it is minus 2 square, then also is 4. If it is plus 2 square, then also it is 4. Right? And 5 times minus 2, so plus, it will become minus 10 plus 6. Right? So these are the common, these have like common sign, positive sign. So we are taking at 4 plus 6 minus 10. So 10 minus 10 equals to 0. So that means x equals minus 2 is solving this equation. Okay? Any confusion? Let me know. Okay, okay, okay. As you remember, or as we have done, that we solve the our equation. Our what was our equation? X square plus 5x plus 6 is equals to 0. So we need to find out the value of x. What can be the value of x? So according to our calculation or our mathematics or algebraic form, algebraic expressions, we found out that x equals to either x equals to minus 2 or x equals should be minus 3, right? So in the next step we are just trying to prove that if I put x equals minus 2 in this equation, it will gives us 0. It's just a proof, right? We are proving that our solution is correct. So to prove that, we are putting this value back to the equation. Yes, so that's what I'm doing. The next thing, okay. So LHS. So LHS mean the right hand side of the equation. So the left hand side of the equation. So what is the left hand side of the equation? X square plus 5x plus 6. Okay. So now we have in class. Sorry, Jessica. Again, my brother. All right. So where were we? Notability. Okay. So now again, the right hand side of the equation is x square plus 5x plus 6 is equals to 0. And now I can put it at like this. The x value is minus 3 square plus 5 minus 3 plus 6. Oh, I do not have to mention this one. Okay. And then which gives us 9, right? And 5 times minus 3 is negative 15, and plus 6. Again, we are taking this to this in the same. So 9 plus 6 minus 15 minus 15 is equals to 15 minus 15 equals to 0. So that means our answer is correct for x equals minus 2 and x equals minus 3. All right. Uh, uh, let's have one more example where I must say I can use some formulas. Third one is x square minus 9 is equals to 0. Okay. Now, there is no c part. There is only square part. Sorry, there is no x component in this equation. However, we know that if there are two variables in this form, right, we can write it down or we can factorize them as a plus b, a plus b times a minus b, right? So now if I can say x square minus 3 square equals to 0, is this the same that we are looking at? So yeah, it's equal to 0. We're just making sure that this part, this section is the same that we have this section, right? So we can write this particular part as this, right? Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So we have a and b here, we have x and 3 here. So I'm writing it the same way. X minus 3 times x plus 3 equals to 0. So now again, the same situation comes up. X, either this part should be 0 or this part should be 0. That's what we did in the previous one, right? When we got these factors, when we got this factor, right? So we have mentioned that either x plus 2 is equal to 0 or x plus 3 is equal to 0. In the same way, we can say that either x minus 3 equal to 0 or x plus 3 equal to 0. Sorry? No, no. It can be, it should be. So what I mean is that to solve this equation, we have to put first for this one and then for this one as in 0. Okay, right. So that's way we will get from here we will get x equals to 3, and here we will get x equals to minus 3. All right. So again, we can say from here, if the both values are same and only negative is there, we can say x equals plus minus 3. Okay. This can be done in other way too. The next step is going to solve it as what we know as taking root square from the both the side, right? So as we know x square minus 9 equal to 0, we can take 9 to this side, right? So if it is negative in this side, it will become positive on the other side. So x square equals to 9. And now to solve this, we are taking square root from the both the side. So in this case, x become plus minus 3. Because of this, because root 9 can either be, because we don't know what the sign is, but we know that if a variable is in square and if it's getting a perfect square, so or whatever the square value is, it should be plus minus, because we know that if I multiply 3 by 3, what I will get? 9. Very good. And if I multiply minus 3 by minus 3, 9. So to get the value of 9, so either it is a positive value or it is negative. So that means It should be true for positive as true as for the negative 2. Okay, so that's why we are writing x equals plus minus 3, right? And now, while so how we are relating this to our physics equations, right? So if we get an answer for any reason in a negative sense, let's say x equals to minus 3, so it just means that whatever we have assumed the direction of the actual force or actual movement or actual motion, the actual motion is on the opposite side. That's it. Okay. Sorry. No, no. So, for example, in this here, we are saying that we don't know about which force is more, right? Right, and we are assuming that Fa is more than Ff, right? But in the conclusion, while doing the calculation, it comes up that Fa is equals to minus 40 n, right? So that means Fa is not in this direction but at this direction. All right, so it's just like I'm just relating what the negative sign will be impacting our calculations in physics when we are dealing with vector uh, quantities. All right, cool. So, okay, one more question, and then okay, let's say one more question, and then we will wrapping up. Okay, and I will give you some more questions. Let me find more. Okay, now you guide me to solve this. Okay, you just dictate me what how we can solve this equation. I'm going to do the next question for uh, 2x square plus 7x plus 3 equals 0. Okay, so we have to factorize 7x, right? Okay, how we are going to factorize is, first note it down the factors. Okay, so x will be 7x will be x plus 6x. The next one will be 2x plus 5x. The next will be 3x plus 4x, right? And 4x plus 3x. So again, so these are the three ways we can write it down 7x. Because again, if we are writing 4x plus 3x, then 5x plus 2x, so it will be repeating itself. Okay, so these are the three. Out of these three, which will be the appropriate? Yeah, so first we have to check that. So this is the first step that we have done. The second type is we have to see that it can be written down as the multiplication of these two. So this can be written as 6x square. So which one is going to fulfill this one? Yes, it's not the thing that we are looking at. We are just factorizing it. So 3 is not there. So that's why once we are multiplying 2x square with 3, that's why we are getting 6 square. Right? So it is 2x square times 3. It is going to be 6x square. Right? So that's why. X plus 6x. Okay. You tell me. So what else? So if we are not taking this one, so this will becomes, and if we are taking other two, so this will leads to for 12x square, right? If we are multiplying these two, this will gives us 12x square. If we are multiplying these two, it will gives us 10x square. Only this one is giving us 6x square. Alright? Right. That's the right one. Okay. Now I'm just rewriting this again. So how I can write it down is 2x square plus x plus 6x plus 3 equals to 0. Okay. Now, what next? Okay. So, how we can put into the practice? So, I can take x out and put in the bracket, and then 2x plus 1. Perfect. You are getting there. So, here too, 3. 1. Because 3 times 1 is 3, right? Okay. Equal to 0. Then what's the next step? Now, because there are 2x plus 1 here, 2x plus 1 here, we are taking 2x plus 1 as common, okay? So now 2x plus 1, if I take 2x plus 1 as common, what will left here is x, what will left here is plus 3, right? So this is the equation. Now, this is true for, so this is true for when 2x plus 1 equal to 0 and also x plus 3 equal to 0. Now tell me how to solve this one. No, first we have to got the Uh, but first we need to get the x value, right? Okay, no worries. So for this one, right? For this one, if I say, so now that's the where that you have to put some effort, that how to solve this one. So we have 2x plus 1 equal to 0. Now I need x value, right? So first I have to remove the 1 to this side, right? So it will become 2x equal, if this is positive, this will become negative on this side, right? And now anything which is in multiply on this side, it will become a denominator on the other side, right? So that x will be minus 1 over 2. So this is the first value. This is quite simple. X equals minus 3, because it's just like we can jump it out on the next. So now we have x value as minus 1 over 2 and minus 3. No, we can remove. We don't need to write it down as a decimal, right? Right, because we are factorizing it, so let it be in the factors. All right. I'm giving you some. Yes, because we have. So there is sometimes when we have equations like this one. Oops. When we have equations like ut plus half at square, and if we have to solve it for t, so it should be looks like half at square plus ut minus s equal to 0. Now we have to find, because there are two possible ways to solve this equation, right? So some, even though it will say, like for example, if a running car is there, right, and suddenly it's changed the speed from 5 meter per second to, let's say, 7 meter per second. Okay, fine. 5 meter per second square at acceleration at, like, let's say 5 meter per second square, right? And it covered around like 50 meters, right? So now tell me the time, right? Tell me the time. So we know that it is 50 meter. The initial velocity is 5, right? Plus half of 5 meter per second square. To be accurate, I will give you like 10 meter per second square. Okay. So 10 meter per second square at the rate it is accelerating. So now this will become 50 equal 5t plus 2 5. So this is 5t square, right? So because the we can just flip this equation as 5t square plus 5t minus 50 equals 0. Get it? This to this? No. Okay, no worries. You can understand this one, right? 0 equals to 50. So I'm just putting RHS to the LHS, LHS to the RHS. Just flipped it up. Okay? Sorry? Oh, okay, 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 okay. Okay. So I'm just changing this value again to 10 meter per second square, the acceleration, right? And we need to find. So this is the equation for the term of t, right? So I'm putting it values over here. So this is half a is 10, right? T square plus ut is 5t minus s is 50 meter equals to 0, right? So now this is half of 10 is 5t square plus 5t minus 50 equals to 0. We know that 5 is in the common, right? So we can divide both by 5. So it will gives us t square plus t minus 50 equals to 0. So now how we can solve this one for t, right? So to do that, what we are going to do is for product, we need for 50 t square, and that is also in the negative. And we need, there is a, we need just the t. So how we can write t in such a way that the product will be 50. So that will be, we can say minus 51t plus t. We can write it down like this. No, this will be not giving that particular thing. Sorry, 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 sorry. Yeah, we need t. Mm, so we need t as a, by adding it, and that should be in the positive, and minus 50 is in the product. Mm, maybe I have taken some wrong example, but the thing is that in some cases, right? Maybe for the values I have taken some wrong, but or not realistic values, right? In some situation, if there is only one equation which is need to be solved for this time, right? So we have to understand that how to solve the quadratic equations. Let's do one thing. If we are not able to factorizing it, we know that t will be equals to, hello, हेलो, हाँ, बढ़िया। आज तो नहीं हो पाएगी यार। चल ठीक है, मैं देखता हूँ अभी ना, अभी मैं क्लास में हूँ। हाँ, 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 ओके, ठीक है, ठीक, नो वरीज, ओके। One of my student went to India and now he want to do an online class from there. Yeah, I asked him this starting from Monday, but he never showed up on Monday, Tuesday, and now he's saying that uh, today is Tuesday, right? So now he said that okay. Today is Wednesday, right? Yes. So now he said that this is the 1st October. We can start from today. And I said, when you are going to tell me, right? Okay. We know the solution of a quadratic equation, right? And that is minus b, right? Plus minus root of b square, then minus 4ac, right? Over 2a, right? Here now our task is to find it out the a b and c. So a is the coefficient of the quadratic or the number when the power is 2. So what is the coefficient of t square? 1, right? So a is 1, and the b is the single variable. So t's value is b is also 1, right? And c is equals to minus 50, right? Okay, now let's put these values in here now. So t equals minus b plus minus root b square minus 4 times a minus 50, right? Over 2, because a is again 1, right? So t is going to be minus 1 plus minus root of 1. So this negative positive, plus 4 times 5, 20, 200 over 2, right? So this will be t equals minus 1 over 2, right? Plus minus root 201 over 2. So now you can calculate the value. Or should I do it? No, we should do both first and see how it looks like. Okay. So let's say root of 201 equals 14.17. Okay. So it will gives us, and over 2 divided by 2 divided by 2 equals 7 point, let's say 7.1. Okay. Yeah. So this will be, and we have negative. Now, see, we have negative 0.5, right? This is half, so this is 0.5. At one time, we have plus 7 point, sorry, 7.1. And with the second number, we will do something later. Let's do it here like negative. Okay. And now we got the two values. So t1 is equals to minus 0.5 plus 7.1 equals 7 point equals minus zero point 0.5 equals 6.5 or 6.6 second. Okay. 6.6 second. And t2 will be minus zero point 0.5 minus 7.1. This will be 7.1 plus zero point 0.5, 7.6. So this will gives us minus minus 7.6 seconds. So now tell me what will be the correct answer for this situation. Perfect. Very nice. So you understand that we have to calculate both the values and then see. So this is going to be our answer. So if you don't know how to solve the quadratic equation, this simple looking question will not be able to solve by you. Is not going to be solved by you. That's why we need that equation to solve quadratic equations, right? So probably you can try to remember this one if you are not good at factorizing and going to do that thing, right? So you can do directly, but you have to remember this one, right? T equals minus b plus minus roots b square minus 4ac over 2a. Repeat behind me, not just repeat what is t, what is x. Yes. So remember, the key is, oops, what did I did? How I can change this? Wow, I didn't know that. So the key is it's a big, big denominator, right? It's under both the expressions. It's not like minus b over 2a. No, 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 no. Even though you remember the full formula, you will forget it. You will get it wrong. It get be imprinted in your mind for a and the solution, but the equation. So again, we have to remember both thing. If a quadratic equation is in the form of a x square plus bx plus c equal to 0, then x equals minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac over 2a. Right? Okay, cool. So I believe that we have enough algebraic knowledge to solve equations. Over the period of time, we will see if we get some more, we will do. But more or so, this is the algebraic because we just need, as you said, that even though you write the equation, so now the task is simple. In your SkyPad, right? Go through with all the questions related to motion, get what is given, write it down what has asked, right? And try to list out the correct equation. Try to solve them. Yes. Try to solve them. If you're able to solve it, very good. If not, we will discuss here. Okay. And send me before the class so that I have like couple of hours so that I can look at it. Okay. You can write it down on your pad or what writing pad you are using. Take a picture and send to me. Okay. Make sure the picture should need to be clean. All right. Okay, Jessica, that's all for today's class. And you are doing good, I believe, right? In solving and getting there. I'm very happy that you remember that you have done this in year 10, right? And that's the where I want to take to you. So that's a positive sign that you know the equation, even though you said that you are not good at equations, just because there is some kind of rust on your mind, which I am able to rub it up with the sandpaper and see how. Okay. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I'm just after our class, I will send you the notes. Okay, remember the homework then. All right. See you, buddy. Bye.